Hey guys, Steven here back with another video, and today I'm going to show you how you can create authentic looking VHS as well as VCR circuit bending video effects using a cool plugin that I found recently. This plugin works for Adobe Premiere Pro as well as Adobe After Effects, so if you use either, you should be able to use this plugin. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and let's get straight into it. So right here we're on the product page. This plugin is called Signal by AE Scripts. Right now it's currently 25% off. This is not a sponsored video. This is actually just me discovering a really cool plugin that I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to link this in the description as well as pinned comment. You can also check out Adobe's promotion. If you don't have Adobe Premiere Pro or After Effects yet, you can get over 60% off all Adobe applications. So right here we're in Adobe Premiere Pro. You can also do this in After Effects if you want. We're going to search up Signal, so there should be installation instructions once you download this plugin. So under Video Effects, Zabex, who's the author, we can just drag on our effect right here. And if you look on screen, you can see a big difference. You can see there's distortion, you can see there's static, there's a difference in colors, there's scan lines. It looks really nice so far, and we haven't even done anything. So I'm just going to go through some of the basics of this effect. It's not too complicated. So right here, you can see we're emulating a certain type of VHS. So there's 3 types. So you can see if we change each of these, it slightly adjusts the image, not too much though. We can see there's destruction button, so this sort of like just randomizes everything, and what you see on screen is probably going to be something crazy. So this is when the circuit bending sort of effect comes in. Sometimes it looks good with destruction button, sometimes it doesn't, but you can see it basically inverts the video, which is really nice. And so all these different effects here, from random seed to destruction button, are sort of like very simple adjustments. So you can see signal strength, signal amplification, basically adjust how strong each of these little elements are. The cutoff filter, the noise, the amount of noise right here. So the difference between chroma and luma noise is one is colored noise, one is just black and white. So chroma noise would be the colored noise. So if we just increase it, you can see there's more of this like RGB noise appearing. And then you can also change the hue of the noise. So it'll just cycle through a bunch of different colors. There's chroma loss. So if you wanted to make it like black and white, you would just set the chroma loss as 1. So this is the way you can sort of adjust saturation and vibrance. And then of course there is also sharpening. And another way you can sort of add this circuit bending effect is you can increase the device to device connections. So you can see if we just go back and forth like for example, if you set keyframes, so let's just say we set a keyframe for 0 connections right here, and we just increase it to something like this. We can use this as a transition, or let's just say music sort of drops at this point. We can make it like flicker, and then we would just reset the parameter so that goes back to normal. So once we play this, you can see that there's like this sort of like out of body effect that is created right there, where the colors sort of distort and go outwards. It looks really, really cool. So that's a potential opportunity. There's a lot of different options. So you can basically do this for every single different setting. And you could even have it flicker in between destruction mode on and destruction mode off. So let's just say we set a keyframe for it on right here, but maybe it starts off, then it goes back on, then goes back off. It creates this really cool like flickering effect as well. So right here we can see how this effect plays out. And you can see this is really, really cool as well. So keyframes are going to be instrumental when it comes to this, or you can just treat this as an overlay. But personally, because there's so much potential with this effect and plugin, I feel like it doesn't do it justice if you just drag and drop this. So I'm just going to remove all these keyframes. When it comes to luma modulation, it basically affects all this static that you see on screen right now. So for example, if we adjust the frequency of the static, it'll just make the static darker or brighter. You can see what happens if we change the phase as well. It affects all the static in sort of darker areas of this video. You can also adjust the lightness or brightness of this video. And when it comes to tape errors, you can choose to turn this on or off. It's basically the static that appears at the bottom. And so you can sort of move it up and down. So if you want the static to start higher up, you would just adjust the TE start. If you wanted to end or cut off at a certain point, you would increase the TE end. The TE probability is basically how strong this effect is. You can see as we increase it, it gets more white and more full. The TE fade is almost like the opacity of this effect. Now we can go over to TV distortion, and this basically affects the entire video. So for example, if we adjust the roll speed, you'll see this entire video move. So you can see here the clip slowly rolls up, and this replicates the VHS look. So that's really cool as well. The rest also affects the entire clip. So this distorts the clip, so you can see what happens here. So if you wanted to keyframe it, so what you could do is set keyframe and maybe treat this as like a transition as well. So at the point when it distorts, you can maybe transition to a different clip, because when you pair it with the roll, it almost flickers at the end right here. So there's like, once again, so many possibilities when it comes to this. And there's also experimental parameters. I wouldn't really change this, or your video might turn out looking really weird unless you really want to. So yeah, that's about it. You can see we can still just drag and drop on any clip. I've noticed that it looks really nice on basically any type of clip. It doesn't really matter when it comes to lighting. Like for example, this is a brighter clip, and you can see when we drag it on, it still looks really nice. I think actually comparing the ease of use and how cheap this is compared to like a VHS camera, which will produce maybe more authentic looks, I think this is definitely worth the money. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, make sure to check all the links in the description. You guys can also check out music video effect tutorials, as well as my digital products in the description as well. And yeah, my name's Steven, and I'll see you in the next one.